Hey everyone, Novakistan here. If anyone saw the stream on the 30th, I was trying to stream Skyrim and I apparently didn't have the noise settings, or audio settings rather, set on OBS correctly, so that was a wash. So I went the next day to record Colonial Marines and Little Inferno, and I did them back to back, so I didn't check the audio for either of them after everything was all said and done. So the game audio picked up, which is great, but my audio didn't pick up at all. So now here I am, post commentating like the back in the day, post commentary. It's kind of weird, kind of out of my element, kind of in my element. So here we go. We're getting into it here. So, the previous episode we were fighting to get through Hadley's Hope, and now we are under Hadley's Hope, trying to find Reed and Bella. And just a second ago, I picked up Gorman's pistol from Aliens, and I remember while I was commentating this in the moment, I was bitching about that, because if you've seen Aliens, Vasquez and Gorman are in the air shafts of the colony, trying to get away from the aliens. They're trying to get to the landing pad. Oh shit, that's scary again. Damn. Either way, so Vasquez and Gorman kill themselves with a grenade, and it's just improbable that Gorman's pistol's here. Anyway, so also look at me completing a level that I should have just taken the extra 2 minutes to complete in the last episode, but I digress on that. But yeah, I didn't even see that alien sitting there. That's the big spooky alien of this game. And now we're actually getting into the big spooky part of the game itself, which I think if they had done more of this part in the game in general, I think it would have been great, because this thing is creepy as hell. And it's... What? Where? It's indicative of something going on behind the scenes. Now let this play out. Ooh. Because this thing is bigger, so it either says it's going to become a queen, or it just kind of mutated because of the reactor explosion, the atmosphere processor explosion. I love how you can see the human skull eyepiece thing that is under all the aliens. When H.R. Giger was creating the alien for Alien, the movie, the first one, he was using bits and pieces of different animal skeletons to create it, and there's like a human skull underneath the dome. Well, that's pretty cool.
Winner. Holy shit, man, I thought you were dead. How are you
Don't make me
alive?
sip on my coffee if you can hear that.
The last of my
It's very
animals
early in the
is
morning
gone.
now. I'm very tired.
Down into the tunnels looking for you.
So what do we do, man?
I dropped my tracking beacon at the elevator. Use it to meet me there. Come on, get moving. Gotta find a way up, man.
Yeah, you can hear the sincere worry in my Nugget's voice. So we're gonna find our way to Nugget here. I think I was confused on where to go for a second. I think I was also confused on whether this door was opening properly, or if the game was being Colonial Marines and just clipping the shit through itself. Ugh, that's creepy. But yeah, this part's actually genuinely creepy, which is actually awesome. Because, hey, there's shit like that. I remember this actually scared me. I mean, considering I haven't played this in a while, I didn't remember exactly what to expect. I just knew that this was going to be the part where it tried to get at you, but wouldn't really. But then again, I wasn't certain if it could get you or not, like if you were just in the right place at the wrong time, kind of thing. Whoa. Bitch. That's, oh man, he fucking yeeted himself. Yikes. Ooh, and a side note, it might not be impressive for anyone listening, but, you know, this episode's frame rate doesn't look that bad. And I know I'm always bitching about the frame rate. I think I mentioned that in this episode, too. That the audio that didn't make it. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad at all. I think it kind of hiccups here and there, but whatever happened after I uninstalled that mod, it fixed the textures, and it must have fixed some sort of frame rate issues, so I don't know. Someone would have to tell me, with someone who knows more about video games than I do, which is not difficult to do. Whoa. Oh yeah, so I didn't know if this thing could climb in the ducts after me or not. I just figured it wouldn't, and I think there's a second here where you can see me like genuinely freak out, like like here I'm like it's good, but then he bends down and I was like, oh shit. I talk a bit about alien isolation here, about how it can come in the ducts after you, but I was like, well, you know, that was a year or two later, and you know, I don't think they'd figured out how to do that. Oh yeah, so sad face. So I believe the devs or someone has come out and said that this is Hudson from Aliens, because Winter just said this guy must have been from Sulaco. I mean, it looks like Bill Paxton, so yeah, you figure that's got to would have been his fate anyway. It's just kind of a bummer to see it played out on screen. Now, this part is also genuinely pretty eerie. It's more tense than eerie. There's these aliens, and we'll see them in a second. There's these aliens down here that their senses are kind of effed up, so I think they're hearing. If you make a lot of noise, they can hear you, and then special things happen if they hear you.
There's all these husks in the sewer. What kind of bugs are these?
Damn it. You ran into those? There's some still alive down there, so move slowly, Winter. Near as I can tell, they're attracted to sound. If one gets close, stand perfectly still until it goes away.
I think these are really cool. It tells the story, or it tells a part of a story that, you know, there's fallout from what happened with the atmosphere processor going out. So like the radiation or whatever affected these things, which is at least better than nothing happening. Yeah, these things are actually kind of creepy. Like, that's a really cool picture with all the lighting that's going on there. But these things are generally easy to get by. I don't think their programming or their tracking or what have you is like that impressive. Not to say that it's not like game design impressive, but I mean, that's not for me to say. But yeah, you just got to be quiet. And I think I was setting this one off because I wasn't crouch walking or anything. So I think I figured that out in a second, because, you know, not always the brightest when it comes to initial playthroughs on things. Oh yeah, so if we haven't caught on yet, Winter doesn't have any of his weapons here, which helps make this a little eerier, because it forces you to get through the area without just running through and just destroying stuff. Much like Alien Isolation, like they put weapons in there for the human enemies and the other things that you can kill. But I thought I had here. But he's just my friend. He's just chilling. I like how melted these things look. Anyway, so yeah, like they put weapons in Alien Isolation, but they may as well have just given you the flamethrower, like, just at the outset, just to kind of keep the lead xenomorph away from you. And that game is a fine example of a first-person shooter that's not heavy on shooting at all. And I think if they really wanted to do something eerie like this, they could have just done this a couple of times. I don't know if you would have needed no weapons each time or anything, but also I was in the initial recording, I touched on Easter egg I missed here, so I'll just talk about it now because I think it's literally like over there. So in the Aliens, the movie, Newt, the little girl, has a little doll head that she calls Casey.
God damn, man! You didn't tell me those guys exploded.
The doll head is down here on a piece of machinery.
Yeah, it's not good. They were like, oh, what's that noise? And
Oh yeah,
they fucking exploded. Coming to you.
That's genuinely one of my favorite things in this game, is that exchange between them. Oh, oh, what's that noise? Sometimes this game can be pretty awesome. Sometimes it's less than, but I digress on that as well. So yeah, the Casey's head is down here because in the movie she got taken under the colony in the water, and I guess Casey just ended up down here where the explosion didn't affect the area at all. So man, there are a lot of husks. So I think, I mean, there's no accounting for the ones that the main characters in the movie killed, but I think there's only supposed to be like like 120 people in the colony at all ever, which would mean 120 aliens. But there's a lot of husks. Wonder what they were all doing down here, because I mean, you would assume that they were all down here when the processor went. So, oh yeah, I finagle around here for a minute, not knowing where to go. Sometimes I will play a game beforehand, not all the way through, but at least a little bit, or just if I remember that there's a spot that I'm really not sure about, I'll go play through that. But I didn't play through this at all. This sounds like a video test for frame rate, like the first level before I actually got through this in earnest. So the last time I would have played through Colonial Marines was like all the way through would have been when it came out in 2013. Man, I've played it here and there, like story missions that I like or whatever on the PlayStation, but I haven't actually sat down to get through this in a very long time. Man, just when you think you're out of the fire. More gooey aliens. Love how in a good game that could go wrong, but in a game where the movement and everything is questionable, that can go real bad real fast. Also, I love how Winter doesn't have any weapons, but he's still got the ion cutter, which is really nice of the big alien to leave him. It knew that it needed to get some doors open. All this, though.
Hey, you.
Oh man, the sexual tension here.
Good talk.
Likewise.
What a nugget.
I'm closing in on the signal. Let's keep moving. We're almost out
Bro.
of here, bro.
Winter and O'Neill definitely get together after this. That's my headcanon. Also, I felt really smart here, so I figured if I jump down in the water, the splash will attract the gooey aliens. So I tried to land on the chitinous platform here. I think it totally worked, so I'm going to take credit for that and not assume that it would have worked otherwise. Oh yeah, here's a great example of me not knowing where to go. At least I figured that out quicker than trying to be like, I'm sure I can get up these stairs if I just look at it for 25 minutes. There we go. So like I said, this area is pretty spooky, but there's something to be desired here as well. Because, I mean, trying to stealth your way, like, it's basically just a stealth section, which is fine, because, lots of games have those. Oh, I love this guy here in a second. He's just like, hey, what's going on? And it's like he's like looking in the direction. He kind of knows, but he doesn't. He's like, oh, well, goodbye.
Winter, it's back. Oh, it's right on me. A huge
Meanwhile, I'm just crouch walking like it's fine. No, I'll be right there. I couldn't remember if Casey was down here, and I think in the recording I realized, I was like, oh no, you know what, she's back in the water somewhere. But yeah, I don't know what could have helped, like maybe the big alien being down here with you, so while you're trying to get by the aliens, the gooey ones, maybe you gotta like hide, so like maybe some of that alien isolation incorporation. I don't know. I'm not a game developer. I'm not sure how much more they, in the time they had to make this, 12 years, to to pack into this. I don't know, at the end of their dev cycle for the actual game that they released. I don't know.
To the elevator. I don't know where it went. It's close.
Okay, now but this part though is actually decently tense because I didn't look that way, but if you look that way while I'm opening this door, the big alien is coming through there. You've got to weld the door shut so it doesn't open it and murder you. Now I'm not sure if you don't seal it if it kills you. Like I don't know if it's an AI that's like, okay, it's programmed to kill the player if it gets through. So I kind of want to go back to that level and test that out to see if it'll just run in the room and be like, hey, what's going on? But yeah, this is actually a little stressful. And I think I just said, oh, fuck it all here with that door.
I'm in the elevator room.
Let's go, man!
I thought I had to wait for O'Neill or something. And I was like, oh no, I'm leaving my nugget behind, but then he was up here the whole time.
Grab your gear.
Which is really sincere, a really nice gesture by O'Neill to grab all of my gear that I must have dropped. Like, the big alien grabbed me and Winter just dropped everything in a bag. He's like, wait, hold on, let me leave no mysteries. Get to the comm tower. Did it just say to find Bella? Oh man, no one cares about Reed. Poor Reed. You know, she's just the pilot. No need to worry about her. And then, while I was actually recording this, I was trying to say, hey, all right, we're gonna wrap this one up here, and I was gonna explain what that is. So I'll just do this now. So I think that's really cool that that's there. So that little blue wiry situation is where Bishop was calling the second dropship down in the movie. That's it. That's what I was going to explain in the next episode, so there's no need for me to go into that. So, yeah, it's about another minute here of me just trying to shoot aliens and try to wrap this up, so I think I'm just going to cut it early, honestly, because there's no need for me to keep babbling about stuff. So, next time, we're going to go over that cargo container where all the aliens are, so I'm pretty sure that's where Bella and Reed are. You save Bella and Reed, and then, you know, I don't actually remember what we're doing after that, so it'll be exciting for everybody. So, until next time, I'm Novak Stan, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.